What if I told you there's a Volvo 240 with over 3 million miles on its original engine? That's enough to drive to the moon and back 6 times. While modern cars are breaking down at 80,000 miles with failed turbos and electrical nightmares, there's a secret world of vehicles with engines so bulletproof, so perfectly engineered, they've earned legendary status among mechanics worldwide. Today we're counting down 13 cars with engines that absolutely refuse to die. Power plants that laugh at planned obsolescence and mock modern reliability. Stick around, because number 1 houses an engine that's literally immortal. Number 13, Honda Accord, 2003 to 2007. The 7th generation Honda Accord represents Honda engineering at its absolute peak, a time when they prioritized driver engagement and long-term reliability over cost-cutting. Under the hood sits the legendary J30A4 3.0-liter V6 producing 240 horsepower, an engine that's virtually indestructible. Paired with either a 5-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmission, this Accord delivers a driving experience that feels special even 2 decades later. Here's what makes this engine legendary. Honda used forged internals, VTEC variable valve timing on both intake and exhaust, and obsessive tolerances. Owners routinely report 300,000 plus miles with nothing more than timing belt replacements every 100,000 miles and basic maintenance. No major repairs, just relentless dependability. The engine note is intoxicating, a high-revving symphony that reminds you why naturally aspirated engines are superior. The chassis holds up remarkably well. Double wishbone suspension delivers handling that embarrasses modern sedans. You're looking at $4,000 to $8,000 for clean examples, which is absurd value for this engineering excellence. These Accords rust in the rear wheel wells, so inspect carefully, but find a rust-free example and you've got transportation for life. But wait till you see what Nissan accomplished with turbocharged engineering at number 12. Number 12, Nissan 300 ZX, 1990 to 1996. The Nissan 300 ZX twin-turbo represents Japanese engineering during the golden era when manufacturers competed to build the most advanced technology possible. Under the hood sits the legendary VG30DE-TT 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged V6 producing 300 horsepower, an engine that humiliated European competitors costing twice as much. The sequential twin-turbo setup eliminated lag while delivering explosive power that still feels fast today. What makes this engine special? Nissan over-engineered everything. Forged pistons, sodium-filled valves, oil squirters, and block strength capable of handling 600-plus horsepower with bolt-on modifications. The engine bay looks like a spaceship, complex, intimidating, and beautiful. Owners report 200,000-plus miles when oil is changed every 3,000 miles, the key to longevity. Heat management is critical. Replace coolant hoses proactively, upgrade radiators, and these twin turbos will run forever. The driving experience is intoxicating with power delivery that pins you to the seats. You're looking at $15,000 to $35,000 for clean examples, and prices are climbing. The 300ZX's complexity scares some buyers, which keeps prices reasonable for now. But can turbocharged Japanese engineering match what American muscle accomplished? Number 11 answers that. Number 11, Chevrolet Camaro, Corvette, 1967 to 1996. The Chevrolet Camaro and Corvette with the small block V8 represent American engineering at its most brilliant and enduring. Under the hood sits the legendary 350 cubic inch 5.7-liter V8, producing 165 to 350 plus horsepower depending on year. An engine design tracing its lineage back to 1955. This power plant earned its reputation through sheer indestructibility and endless performance potential across 4 decades of refinement. What makes the small block legendary? It's a pushrod V8 with simplicity as its superpower. No overhead cams, no variable valve timing. Just proven American iron-making torque from idle. Owners routinely report 300,000 plus miles with nothing more than intake manifold gasket replacements in basic maintenance. The engine note is that distinctive American V8 rumble, deep, mechanical, and intoxicating. The versatility is extraordinary. Need 500 horsepower? Bolt on a carburetor and headers? Want reliability? Keep it stock. The small block responds to modifications better than any engine ever designed. Parts availability is unlimited, and any mechanic can service it. You're looking at $8,000 to $30,000 plus for clean examples depending on year. The small block proves American engineering delivers when they nail the fundamentals. But does American muscle match what German engineering accomplished? Number 10 answers that. Number 10, Mercedes-Benz W123, 1976 to 1985. The Mercedes-Benz W123 represents German engineering from the era when Mercedes prioritized quality over quarterly profits. Under the hood sits the legendary OM617 3.0-liter 5-cylinder turbo diesel, producing 120 horsepower, one of the most indestructible engines ever mass-produced. This wasn't designed for speed, it was engineered to survive decades of taxi service in the harshest conditions imaginable. What makes the OM617 legendary? Mercedes built this during their engineer it properly regardless of cost era. The block is robust cast iron, the mechanical injection pump is bulletproof with no electronics, and every component was designed for 500,000 miles. Owners routinely report 500,000 to 1 million plus miles with nothing but injection pump rebuilds and basic maintenance. The engine is agricultural, slow and diesel clatter noisy, but it will not quit. The chassis is equally indestructible with rust proofing that survives salt states. The interior showcases timeless German craftsmanship, premium MBTEX vinyl, real wood trim, and switches that operate with precision for decades. You're looking at $8,000 to $25,000 for excellent examples, and values keep climbing. The OM617 represents peak Mercedes reliability, honest, robust, and built without compromise. But can German diesel match what Japanese engineering achieved? Number 9 proves it can't. Number 9, Toyota Supra, 1993 to 2002. The Toyota Supra represents arguably the most legendary tuner car in automotive history. Under the hood sits the 2JZG TE 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six producing 320 horsepower, an engine capable of handling 1,000-plus horsepower with minor modifications. Toyota built this engine so strong, so overbuilt, they accidentally created a tuner's dream that still dominates drag strips worldwide 3 decades later. What makes the 2JZ legendary? The block is robust cast iron, internals are forged and overbuilt, and the head flows exceptionally well. Toyota designed this for taxi duty at 500,000 miles, which explains the insane durability. The sequential twin-turbo setup delivers smooth power from low RPM, building to explosive top end. Stock reliability is extraordinary, with owners reporting 200,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. But the real magic happens when you modify. Larger turbos and proper tuning unlock 800 to 1,200 horsepower while maintaining streetability. No other engine offers this combination. The manual transmission and chassis are equally stout. You're looking at $60,000 to $150,000 plus dollars for clean examples, with prices astronomical for turbocharged manual cars. The 2JZ earned its legendary status through decades of proving absolutely indestructible. But does Japanese performance engineering match what American trucks accomplished? Number 8 answers that. Number 8, Ford F-150, 1965 to 1996. The Ford F-150 with the inline-six represents American truck engineering at its most pragmatic and indestructible. Under the hood sits the legendary 300 cubic inch 4.9-liter inline-six producing 145 to 150 horsepower, a workhorse engine that powered Ford trucks for over 3 decades. This isn't about performance, it's agricultural and deliberately simple, but it delivers torque and longevity that embarrasses sophisticated engines costing twice as much. What makes the 300 inline-six legendary? The inline configuration is inherently balanced, reducing vibration and stress. Ford built this with cast iron construction, massive displacement per cylinder, and engineering prioritizing durability. Owners routinely report 400,000 to 500,000 plus miles with nothing more than head gasket replacements, around 250,000 miles in basic maintenance. The torque delivery is perfect for truck duty, loads of low-end grunt. The F-150 platform is equally robust. Body-on-frame construction, solid rear axle, and simplicity that means everything is fixable with basic tools. These trucks served as work vehicles for people who demanded reliability over flash. You're looking at $4,000 to $12,000 for solid examples depending on condition. The 300 inline-six proves simplicity equals longevity, but does American truck engineering match what Swedish engineering accomplished? Number 7 will surprise you. Number 7, Volvo 240, 1974 to 1993. The Volvo 240 represents Swedish engineering at its most pragmatic and indestructible. Under the hood sits the legendary B230F 2.3-liter inline-4 producing 114 horsepower, an engine designed not for speed but to survive Swedish winters while running forever. This sedan feels agricultural but delivers reliability that embarrasses modern luxury brands. The result is a car that mechanics drive themselves because they know it will outlive everything else. Here's what makes the B2 B230F legendary. Volvo designed this with massive tolerances, cast iron construction, and simplicity prioritizing durability. The SOHC head is straightforward, the Bosch Cage-atronic fuel injection is reliable, and every component was tested for extreme conditions. Owners routinely report 500,000 plus miles with nothing more than timing belt replacements every 50,000 miles and basic maintenance. The world record holder crossed 3.2 million miles on the original block. The 240 chassis is equally overbuilt. McPherson's struts, solid rear axle, and construction prioritizing impact safety over weight savings. The interior is Spartan but functional with durable materials and straightforward controls. You're looking at $3,000 to $10,000 for clean examples, which is absurd value for this legendary reliability. The B230F proves Swedish engineering delivers when simplicity meets obsessive quality control. But does Swedish reliability match what Honda accomplished? Number 6 answers that. Number 6, Honda S2000, 1999 to 2009. The Honda S2000 represents the greatest naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine ever built. Under the hood sits the legendary F20 C2.0-liter inline-4 producing 240 horsepower, or later F22C 2.2-liter making 237 horsepower, achieving the impossible 120 horsepower per liter without forced induction. This engine revs to 9,000 RPM while maintaining bulletproof reliability, representing Honda engineering at its most obsessive peak before regulations ruined everything. What makes the F20C legendary? Honda used Formula One technology, individual throttle bodies, titanium connecting rods, aggressive VTEC, and balancing so precise it feels like an electric motor. The power band is intoxicating, smooth until 6,000 RPM. Then VTEC kicks in and screams to redline with urgency. Owners routinely exceed 200,000 plus miles with nothing but oil changes and timing chain tensioner replacements. The chassis is equally brilliant with perfect 50-50 weight distribution and telepathic steering. You're looking at $25,000 to $45,000 for clean examples. And prices keep climbing as enthusiasts recognize these as future classics. The F20C proves naturally aspirated engines deliver experiences turbocharged motors can't match. But does Honda's high-revving masterpiece surpass what's coming at number 5? Absolutely not. Number 5, Lexus LS400, 1990 to 2000. The Lexus LS400 represents what many consider the most reliable engine ever built. Under the hood sits the legendary one, UZFE 4.0-liter V8 producing 250 to 290 horsepower, a power plant so flawless it humiliated every German luxury car when Lexus launched. When Toyota created Lexus, they engineered this V8 to be perfect, testing each engine for hundreds of hours before installation, balancing components so precisely it could idle with a champagne glass on the valve cover without spilling. What makes the 1UZ legendary? Toyota over-engineered everything when cost was secondary. Forged internals, direct ignition, variable valve timing, and tolerances tighter than German competitors charging twice as much. Owners routinely report 500,000 plus miles with nothing but timing belt replacements and basic maintenance. No major repairs, just relentless dependability. The LS400 chassis is a masterpiece with double wishbone suspension and construction, eliminating vibration completely. The interior showcases timeless luxury with premium leather and real wood trim. You're looking at $5,000 to $15,000 for excellent examples. The 1UZ's reputation is so legendary that enthusiasts swap them into everything: hot rods, drift cars, boats. But can Toyota's luxury V8 match what they accomplished in their legendary inline-4? Number 4 answers that. Number 4, Toyota Pickup 4Runner, 1985 to 1995. The Toyota Pickup and 4Runner represent peak Japanese reliability engineering. Under the hood sits the legendary 22RE 2.4-liter inline-4 producing 116 horsepower, an engine designed not for power, but for supernatural durability. This is the generation Top Gear famously tried to destroy, drowning it in the ocean, setting it on fire, dropping it from a crane, and it kept running, proving its legendary status to the world. What makes the 22RE legendary? It's one of the simplest, most robust engines ever designed. Cast iron block, SOHC head, electronic fuel injection, and engineering prioritizing longevity over everything. Owners routinely report 400,000 to 600,000 plus miles with nothing but timing chain replacement and basic maintenance. The engine is agricultural, slow and buzzy, but it absolutely will not die regardless of abuse. The trucks and 4Runners are equally legendary. Body-on-frame construction, solid rear axle, and simplicity means everything is fixable with basic tools in remote locations. These trucks served in every conflict zone and remote operation where failure means death. You're looking at $8,000 to $20,000 plus for clean examples, and prices keep climbing. The 22RE represents absolute peak reliability, vehicles that refuse to die. But can even this legendary 4-cylinder match what's coming at number 3? Keep watching. Number 3, Toyota Camry Avalon, 2005 to present. The modern Toyota Camry, Avalon, and Lexus ES represent modern Toyota engineering at its absolute best. Under the hood sits the legendary 2GRFE 3.5-liter V6 producing 268 to 306 horsepower, a power plant that balances performance, efficiency, and reliability in ways competitors can't match. This engine powers everything from family sedans to the Lotus Evora, proving its versatility and durability across diverse applications. What makes the 2GRFE legendary? Aluminum construction, dual VTEC, and engineering ensuring survival at extreme mileage while delivering strong performance. The power band is smooth and linear with no turbo lag. Owners routinely report 300,000 to 400,000 plus miles with nothing more than water pump and alternator replacements plus basic maintenance. No major failures, just relentless dependability. The sound is refined and sophisticated rather than agricultural. Fuel economy is respectable, around 25 miles per gallon combined. Impressive for a naturally aspirated V6 producing this power. Prices vary depending on the vehicle, but the engine is the common thread of reliability. The 2GR proves modern Toyota maintains their legendary reputation. But can even this modern masterpiece match what Jeep accomplished? Number 2 answers that. Number 2, Jeep Wrangler Cherokee, 1991 to 2006. The Jeep Wrangler TJ and Cherokee XJ represent one of the most understated legendary engines in automotive history. Under the hood sits the AMC Chrysler 4.0-liter inline-six, producing 190 to 195 horsepower, a power plant so bulletproof it makes Toyota reliability look fragile. This straight six earned a reputation for absolute indestructibility, making it the single best engine Jeep ever installed. Many enthusiasts refuse to buy Wranglers without this engine. What makes the 4.0-liter legendary? The inline configuration is inherently balanced, reducing vibration and stress. The block is overbuilt cast iron, the head is sturdy, and simplicity means there's almost nothing to break. No complex valve timing, no turbochargers, no direct injection, just proven technology. Owners routinely report 300,000 to 400,000 plus miles without engine rebuilds, with many crossing 500,000 miles. The power delivery is perfect for off-roading. Loads of low-end torque pulls Wranglers up impossible obstacles with enough top end for highway cruising. The engine note is that distinctive inline-six hum that sounds mechanical and honest. You're looking at $12,000 to $25,000 for clean TJ Wranglers with the 4.0-liter. This engine is why old Jeeps command premium prices, but one engine surpasses even this legend. Number 1 is the most indestructible engine ever built. Number 1, Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 FJ60, 1960 to 1987. The most legendary, most indestructible, most unkillable engine ever mass-produced powers the iconic Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 and FJ60. Under the hood sits the F-Series Inline-Six, specifically the 2F 4.2-liter Inline-Six producing 135 horsepower, representing Japanese over-engineering taken to its absolute extreme. There are documented F engines exceeding 1 million miles in military service, desert operations, and jungle expeditions where failure meant death. This isn't just reliable, it's immortal. What makes the F engine legendary? Toyota designed it for third-world countries where maintenance might be questionable and parts non-existent, places where vehicles must work or people die. Cast iron block and head, massive displacement, and engineering prioritizing simplicity over efficiency. Owners routinely report 500,000 to 750,000 plus miles with nothing but basic maintenance, just oil changes and valve adjustments. The FJ40/FJ60 chassis is equally indestructible. Body-on-frame construction, solid axles, and simplicity means everything is serviceable with basic tools in remote locations. These Land Cruisers served in every conflict zone and mining operation where reliability was life or death. You're looking at $40,000 to $150,000 plus for excellent examples, as collectors recognize these as investments. The F engine represents absolute peak reliability, vehicles that refuse to die regardless of conditions. This engine will outlive civilization itself. Never sell it. And there you have it, 13 cars with engines so good they refuse to die, proving that true engineering excellence transcends time and trends. From Swedish simplicity to Japanese perfection, these engines represent an era when manufacturers built power plants to last generations, not just warranties. Thanks for watching SUV Detective. If you love this, check out our video on the most reliable SUVs ever built. You won't believe what survives 500,000 miles. Click that now and remember, real engineering doesn't need software updates to be legendary.